solving an $80 billion problem in the United States every year. Ulceration from the feet and amputation that nobody has managed to prevent in the space of diabetes. We're doing it. What problem are we talking about? Patients with diabetes lose sensations from their feet because of diabetes. Now, when you lose sensation from your feet, it's complicated to detect if you have a pebble in the shoe. It's complicated to walk and control the pressure that you put on your feet. So you don't manage to understand if you're putting too much pressure over areas of the foot. Those are conditions that lead to wounds in the skin of the foot, ulceration, and finally, amputation. The standard of care, if you pass me the term, sucks. It doesn't really manage to do anything. There are still today in Europe and United States 3.8 million ulcers costing $40,000 per ulceration and 900,000 amputations that cost $100,000 per treating one of them. Our idea is simple. These patients do not have sensations. We give them back the sensations from their feet. Now they can walk and feel their feet, so if there is a pebble in the shoe, they remove it. If they're putting too much pressure over areas of the feet, they feel it and they place the pressure somewhere else in their foot. The way we do it is through a novel stimulator of the sciatic nerve, which restores sensation from the feet, which is connected to an insole, which is transparent to the patient inside the shoes. This information of pressure and movement from the feet controls the stimulation of the sciatic nerve so that you touch with the heel and you feel the heel. You touch with the side of the foot, you feel the side of the foot. Our product has received a Breakthrough Device Designation from the FDA and is patented both in Europe and the United States. We tested it for 40 animals, 7 patients. We demonstrated that stimulating the nerve, the sciatic nerve, is safe. We restore sensation from the entirety of the foot, and the patients can use these sensations to control the loading and offloading of the foot, preventing the ulceration. The business plan is strongly de-risked. We have already available reimbursement codes that can justify a reimbursement of the procedure for $50,000. The health economics justifies paying us this $50,000 because $40,000 per ulceration, $100,000 per amputation. There is an available referral pathway already. We've interviewed 60 between patients and clinicians that said, yes, I want to use this product. And we already know that Medtronic and Abbott find our business aligned to their portfolio. They're going into diabetic neuropathy. Our next plan is a pilot study on diabetics, for which we're raising 3.5. This is a game changer for diabetic foot care. We're the only ones that are giving power back to the patients. Thank you. If it wasn't clear, 3.5 is million, it's not euros.
Hi, a couple of quick questions. Do you have to replace, basically you're just putting the insole in the shoe. When you change your shoes, you have to take it off and put it in another pair of shoes? Is that how it works?
This one is inexpensive, so the patient just takes as many as they want, and they put them in as many shoes as they want. The beauty of this is that you don't need to change your orthosis, you don't need to change your shoe, you just put it inside. It's the same as you buy at the supermarket, just with sensors.
And how much is this going to sell for?
You mean the revenue is coming from this one?
Yeah.
We're charging for telemonitoring that is coming from this one, $500 per patient per year. The big revenues is not coming from this one. This is an incentive for diabetologists to refer to surgeons so that when the patient is going back to the diabetologist, also the diabetologist is taking part of the cake.
I see. Thank you.
You know everything already.
Yes, almost everything. I think the thing that bothers me is diabetic patients are known for their not so great compliance. And the time before they actually get the wound is something where everything looks okay. They have neuropathy, but there is no wound. And that's the time when you want to intervene. I think you answer, so the question is, how will you be able to capture those patients on time before they actually develop the wound? You answered a little bit of that from the incentive to the diabetologist, but maybe there is another
No, that's a great question. Our initial market, we're not targeting patients when they just lose the sensation, because those patients, you said it, they're not going to want to do anything, right? Okay, I lost the sensations, what do I do about it? What we target are patients that already got an ulcer. They have spent 3 to 6 months in the hospital to treat the ulcer. They now know that they risk to go for an amputation, and also the clinical evidence that is required for this patient is easier, because what you fight is recurrence, which is 65%, which is 65% recurrence rate. So we're talking about, yes, man, I get it.
Hey, part of what you described is that your product will allow for sensation to return. So how does that work? How do you affect the sciatic nerve with your product?
So our difference between neurostimulators today, so implantable stimulators of the nervous tissue today, is that we implant tiny microwires inside the nerve. In this way, we are able to be as close to the target as possible, so that we really reactivate the sciatic nerve as it was working before the neuropathy. And in this way, the messages that arrive to the brain are felt like natural sensations from the feet. I say this with such confidence because we've done already first in human, in amputees actually, where the foot is not even there, and we demonstrated that we stimulate the sciatic nerve at this area, and they feel from the foot with the prosthesis.
Okay.